What is going on, guys? Dakota from D Caldwell Photography, and in today's video, this marks our 1-year YouTube anniversary. Super exciting. We came a long way since May 27th of 2020. It was a crazy year, and we're here now, y'all. We've made so much progress, and I just want to spend today answering some questions that you guys have given me over the past few weeks or so. I also want to react to my very first YouTube video, as well as just kind of show the lay of the land of what's next for D Caldwell Photography in year 2. So without further ado, let's roll that patented intro and I'll catch you on the video. Alright, so I want to start off by reacting to my first video I published on YouTube 1 year ago. It's about 2 minutes and 54 seconds. I can just tell y'all right off the bat, I was super nervous in this video. Like, I was in the house, like everybody else, quarantined for about 3 months or so with the stay-at-home orders, and I was just ready to go out and create. And of course, the awesome Maggie, I love working with Maggie. She definitely collaborated with me on this shoot. I just wanted to get a bunch of ideas that I had stuck up in my head out there on camera. So let's roll the footage and let's see what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of my first video. Alright, y'all, so as promised, we're going to react to my very first YouTube video. I'm a little nervous because I feel like I was very cringy. Thankfully, it's only 2 minutes and 54 seconds. Probably a little bit less minus the intro. I worked with Maggie for this first shoot that I added for the YouTube channel. She's awesome. So yeah, let's get started. Oh boy. I love this intro. I really do. Here we go. What is going on, guys? D Caldwell Photography. We got an awesome video coming to you today. We're inside the lovely studio where our awesome model Maggie. Maggie's awesome. So, I was super nervous, man. It's gonna be a great time. Gonna get some great pictures. Yeah, we'll see you later in the video. I was so nervous. It's ridiculous just looking back a whole year ago at that. My music was on point though. Alright, I'm done. So I stick to photography. I can't sing. I did enjoy some of these shots. So fun fact, I actually watched a Brandon Wolfel video that inspired me to go and just put a bunch of concepts together and try them all at once. So I know this one we were working with like different butterflies and whatnot. I just found a bunch of stuff off Amazon that I bought and we gave it a try. Different feathers dropping from the sky like this here. Super fail. I was gonna say, I can't even say I was super harsh on myself. I'm still super harsh on myself at times. Oh my goodness. At least my hand wasn't ashy, y'all. Here's my wife to the rescue. I remember this. She found a step stool. I actually love going to this studio in Milwaukee. It's a Northern Lights studio. Really good studio. Has a bunch of different stuff for creative to use for shoots. Oh my god. Oh man. Okay. Oh, we're on the fairy light portion now. This was probably my favorite part of the shoot here. I just love fairy lights, y'all. And this was recorded actually on the DJI Osmo 3, I think. I'll go back and double check after this. I really enjoyed how these photos turned out, the fairy lights. I just thought it was something different, and I was stuck in quarantine like everyone for like about 3-some months or so, so I just was ready to go out and create. Oh man. Oh man, okay. man. Again, super cringy just for me. It's just something about watching yourself after a certain amount of time on video that just don't sit well with me at all. But hey, it's good though to just look to see where I started and kind of like the progression of my videos of where I'm at now, the different type of equipment that I use, knowing what my equipment actually does, and just not being hampered by the idea that you have to have a certain or specific type of gear in order to do something like this. I mean, we started filming on the Galaxy S8 and the DJI Osmos 3, I believe, for a lot of my videos, till maybe towards the end of 2020. So, and we did it. That's how we recorded. That's how we did content for our YouTube channel. And I couldn't be more happier. Sure, I have better equipment now, but that's only after knowing what I needed to progress my art. So it was cool looking back at it. Still cringy as all hell, y'all. But hey, let's get into some Q&A stuff, please and thank you. On my social media platforms, I had you guys send me some questions that you may have wanted to be asked or featured inside of a YouTube video. So here we are now. We're going to run through those in a special D Caldwell Photography Q&A session. First one I've ever done. So let's kick this off right. First question. What is the best type of camera for beginners? Now that is a very good question because there's so many directions that you could lean towards. There is no bad answer right now, okay? Let's start by talking about the A6400. I think the A6400 for $900 is a phenomenal option for both pictures and videos. The A6400 was actually the second camera I ever owned. I had the A6500 and then the A6400, and the 6400 is a phenomenal choice for any type of content creator. The video specs are amazing. It produces great video. The pictures, it has a 26 megapixel sensor. It takes amazing images. There's an awesome lens selection now. Sony has been doing a little bit better in terms of pushing out a couple things like the 16 to 55 millimeter from Sony for the APS-C camera. And also too, like I mentioned in some of my other videos, Tamron has been doing an awesome job targeting the APS-C market with the, I believe it was the 17 to 70 millimeter lens that came out, the f2.8. I used that actually for the shoot with Brooklyn, the shower shoot that we did. Link is somewhere at the top here. And that actually made the front cover of an LA magazine. So again, it just goes back to the old concept of if you know the basics of your gear, then you know how to use anything. Another good option that's price friendly for beginners, you can go with the Fuji X-E4. Now I just ended up using this one recently. I took it on a little mini vacation that me and my friends had. We tested some of the video quality of the camera, the picture quality. Picture's gonna be great. It shares the same sensor that's in the Fuji flagship camera, the X-T4. So you don't have to worry about picture quality at all. The video quality is pretty good. I use it a lot in low light situations when we were out on our little mini friends vacation. And it worked pretty well. I mean, Fuji for $900 really tried to do a very minimalistic camera. For some it may be too minimalistic, as for me personally, it's hard to pick that thing up. Like with these big hands right here, it's really hard to just hold that without an actual grip attached to it. So if you can't do without the dials, if you can't do without the dials, that you miss the dials too much, then try the Fuji S10. It's also another really good option too. It has all the normal dials as well, like the XT3, the XT4, and it's basically a mini XT4. So just a couple different options that you guys can use. Where is that flash tutorial? Where is that flash tutorial? That is a good question, my man. It is coming, I promise. Stay tuned, please, and thank you for your patience. How do you get out of a creative rut? That's a really good question. I feel for me personally, sometimes I have to just go take a break. I like to read often. Reading books helps me a lot getting out of like creative ruts there. Creative block, I guess, is a term for this. Also just watching other YouTube videos from other creatives, like I know Manny Ortiz, like Brandon Cole, like some of those dudes I watch like religiously. and it helps motivate me to go out and create more when sometimes I just don't feel like it. Okay, what has been your favorite shoot with Kia? I know I say that's a really good question. I'm not gonna tell you it's not a good question. I've had quite a few. It's hard to choose. I mean, we had the Halloween one. The Halloween one was really good. Halloween 2020. We went out into like a forest area. We used smoke bombs. I brought my God X8200 Pro. We dressed up Kia as like this. It was like this Little Red Riding Hood Enchantress costume, and it really worked out well. I thought the images turned out great, and yeah, they did really well. So I like that one a lot. Her birthday shoot from this year was really nice. We had like 3 different outfit changes. I really like the overall look that the first one gave. We were testing out the Fuji X-T3. That was really fun. I like that camera a lot. But the X-T4 is probably my favorite of all time for Fuji devices. What else? She's gonna kill me if I miss one of these. I know one. The A7S3. That was a fun one. We did that right inside of my little home office area. I got the A7S3, excuse me, for the first time, and we just did a random shoot up here with flash, artificial light, and we used a Cape backdrop, and those images I think turned out really nice. So there's a couple, and I'm sure I'm missing a few. I shoot with her all the time. She was the first person I ever shot with because I was too scared to shoot with other people. And yeah, we will definitely have more awesome shoots to come. Oh, I'm missing another one here. See, I told y'all the last one we just did. I just mentioned I had the images on the screen from the XE4, the Fuji XE4. So that's about 4. What do you do if you feel you aren't getting enough support? Okay, that's a nice question. I feel like I've touched on this a little bit in maybe some of my IG stories or just in general. I feel that sometimes when you're starting off, you're expecting your close loved ones or friends to support you, and that's fine. But you're going to want to eventually branch out into people that actually care about the product that you're selling, right? Because if I'm pushing photography and videography on folks that are around me and they're not into that type of stuff, they can only be interested so much, even if they're close to me. So you really want to network, get yourself out there, start building these different social media platforms. It may be hard at first. It definitely was hard for me, and I'm still nowhere where I want to be. But you really got to look at it from a lens of, hey, what can I do to build my network instead of worrying about who is or isn't supporting you. Give them a reason to support you, right? Make your work so good that they won't have a choice but to be like, dude, this is awesome. Like, share. So, yeah, build your network is the best advice I can give. Why did you or how did you get started with photography? Well, my intentions was never to become a portrait photographer, I can tell you that. I went out in 2018 and Kia bought me a camera, which was the A6500, and that was solely for the purpose of having something for when we go on our vacations and we're able to record in better quality, because some of the phone stuff wasn't doing it at the time, right? The phone quality wasn't doing it at the time. We were on our honeymoon, and I think it was when we were in Haiti, and we were like, man, I really wish like my camera could do this or do that. And then we came up with the decision of, hey, we're going to just get a camera at the end of the year, and we'll use that on our vacations going forward. And it was such a good time because we tag teamed Anime Expo in 2019. That was great. When we went to Canada for the first time in 2019 for my 25th birthday, we had I had the 65, she had the 6400, and we were just out there just recording, making content, and just having a good time. It was really fun, where we would go to meetups and then just kind of tag team the situation, just 2 folks having cameras. She would focus on videography, do some photos. I would focus mainly on portraits. So it was fun. It was really fun. But yes, it was all at first for vacation wise, and then when I started taking pictures of her and really thought I can do this. Like, I don't know why I hated taking, y'all, listen, I hated taking pictures. Like, I hated being in pictures. I hated taking pictures. It just was an awkward feeling for me all the time. I don't know why, but after I like started looking at cameras and learning what to do with them, it just turned second nature. So here we are right now. So that's basically how I got my start in photography. It just kind of grew on me. Most memorable shoot. You know, one pops to mind, and that is the one I did with Deja in November of last year. And I am huge on representation in terms of any sort of form, whether it's within the classroom, whether it's within the technology field, or whether within our creative community. Folks need to be able to look at different pictures that resemble them, so that they can use that as motivation and feed off of that and boost their creativity. So it's really good creating different things that help motivate folks. I remember this shoot in particular with Deja, we wanted to recreate the iconic Brady Bunch scene. So we took a bunch of different photos of her. She did just different facial expressions or whatnot. We were using the Nikon Z6 II. That was my first time using a Nikon camera, by the way. Amazing camera. We'll get into that a little bit later. But it turned out really well, as you can see on the screen here. I was super excited about putting something like this together. But again, I feel like I would be doing a disservice to a lot of the other awesome people that I worked with if I was just to name this one. So I'm just going to show you guys a montage on the screen here. Let's roll that. Thank you all for submitting those questions. I definitely appreciate it. It was super fun answering these on camera for the video. I just wanted to do something different that didn't involve going out and doing a particular shoot. I mean, let's just talk. Like, I want to talk to you guys. I appreciate the support wholeheartedly during this entire year-long journey. I am going to continue to work to get my channel to grow. I'll never forget about my day ones that have got me to this point. If you've been here since the beginning, drop a hashtag DCP in the comment section. I wanna see that love and support. Again, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. In terms of what's next for D. Caldwell Photography, it's been a crazy year with teaching. As you guys know, I'm a middle school 8th grade teacher. It's been a crazy year for virtual, then going back in person, and we're almost done. But between that and my master's classes, it's just it's a lot going on. So I'm gonna take a tad break. I'm gonna take a small, just a little break from photography, just to refresh myself, get those creative juices flowing again. But don't worry, guys. Do not worry. I will be back sooner than you expected with some amazing content. So make sure you tell your friends, your family, everybody to go ahead and click that subscribe button to D. Caldwell Photography on YouTube so they don't miss anything that's coming. Thank you so much for all the support. I appreciate you through this first year, and I can't wait to see what we do in year 2. So I'll catch y'all guys in the next video, y'all. Peace.